Was it a mistake for the president not to be more clear when he made those remarks? And if you were advising him now, would you suggest he do it differently?
I think the president yesterday spoke into a national moment, words that the American people needed to hear, that we condemn acts of violence, acts of hatred.
He said on many sides. Name those sides. What are the sides?
Well, look, as I said today, we condemn in the strongest terms the hate and violence advocated by groups like white supremacists, neo-Nazis, and their ilk.
But that's one side. What's the other side when he says on many sides?
Well, as you look throughout the course of recent years, we've seen protests turn violent. We've seen fringe groups use peaceful protest environment to bring violence, in some cases, against police officers.
But only one group yesterday, with respect, with only one group yesterday, Mr. Vice President, killed an American.
And we're bringing the full weight of the federal government to bear on investigating and prosecuting that individual for that heinous act that took the life of that innocent woman, and the protests which resulted in the loss of lives of 2 police officers and the injury of many others. I will tell you, Peter, that I take issue with the fact that many in the media are spending more time criticizing how the president addressed the issue
But this
yesterday.
is Orrin Hatch and Corey Gardner, sir. It's not me. I'm reading their quotes.
Many in the media have spent an awful lot of time focusing on what the president said and criticisms of what the president said, instead of criticizing those who brought that hatred and violence to the streets of Charlottesville, Virginia. We ought to focus on ways that we can marginalize those extremist voices, voices that have no place in the public debate in our country, and focus back on what unites us.
The last thought is, was this an act of domestic terrorism?
We will explore that. It may well have been an act of domestic terrorism. And as the president's directed, the Department of Justice has initiated a full investigation into the motivation of this attack.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.